How bad is living in China? It is really bad. Because I have some gray hair, I am treated in the same embarrassing way every time I get on a city bus or on the subway. Younger people get up and offer me a seat. Recently, I had problems with a tooth. One morning, I went to one of the dental hospitals. They did x-rays and performed a root canal in 2 hours. It cost me 1/6 of the price of a root canal I had done 30 years ago in North America. Just terrible prices. I am invited out to eat or to go to some celebration a few times a month. I never have to pay for the meal, while I am offered beer and cigarettes. I do not smoke, so I decline the cigarettes but accept free beer. Oh, how terrible to be invited out by the locals constantly. I have been to at least 25 weddings, more than a dozen birthday, and half a dozen 100-day celebrations for babies. There are 100 plus channels on the TV, with a few in English or in some Western movies. The nightly news reports on all the major news around the world. I have internet access 24/7 and spent way too much time browsing the internet from Europe to North America. It is a terrible waste of time. I often visit my daughter who works 300 kilometers away in another province. Being so far away, I am forced to take the train, which takes 1 hour and 30 minutes, and make the trip with 2 or 3 stops along the route. I could drive my car, but that would make for a much longer trip. The really bad thing in China is access to food. We have 2 farmer markets within 2 city blocks. There are markets where the farmers come into the city 6 to 7 a.m. every morning to sell that day's fresh crop of fruit, vegetable, and meat. This in addition to 2 grocery stores and a Walmart in the area. Then, on my small city block, we have 14 restaurants, open 7 days a week. There are even the evil food chains, KFC, McDonald's, Pizza Hut, Burger King, Starbucks, plus all the Chinese foods. We have the French Carrefour and Auchan superstores and the Germany's Metro Cash and Carry stores. Worst of all, we have all these applications on our smartphones. 80% of folks own a smartphone, where we can see menus of hundreds of restaurants in our area, order food, and they deliver it to your door usually within 30 minutes. If you need to go to the bank, we cannot go 365 days of the year. There are about a dozen days a year where the banks are closed. Schools are much more demanding on students compared to North America with homework every night. However, they do get a month off in summer. My daughter's students spend some of their time traveling, the US and Europe for some, others within China or to nearby places like South Korea or Thailand. So far, no one has noticed any difference due to Trump's tariffs, but according to Western media, under some sort of tremendous pressure. Or maybe they were talking about the tropical storm. In either case, it was a lot of wind. This is how bad it is living in China. Please have some pity on our oppression, as we say in my group of expats who live in China as well, some for over 20 years. Of course, we live in a large city. The situation differs in rural areas as it does in most countries.